Okay. Yes, George was asking, what is soul offering? This is a very different concept, soul offering. It'll happen tomorrow, no, today. Today we have the first two sessions. For now, first session, and at 11:30 the next session. And I think when Bhakambala is going to talk a little bit between 11 to 11:30. Announced, not announced. Huh? Okay. So I think it is 11 to 11:30 when Kulhan is going to 11 o'clock, yes. 11 to 11:30. And then from 11:30 we have the next session, the class. So I hope that in two sessions we'll finish this, the text. Then the 11:30 to 12:30. Then yesterday we said 2:30 instead of 3. 2:30 to 3:30 is going to question answer. And still there's no question there. Yes, thank you. And so if possible, the best would be if you give them the good questions in advance, it would be easier. Because that the 26 questions, I could go through this and there could be some questions the repeating. They're easy to save your time not to repeat the questions. So whatever question that you might have, you can note it down instead of just ad hoc. The on spot, asking question on the spot can waste a lot of time. Okay, then immediately after this, which means 2:30 to 3:30 is question answer, and 3:30 right away we start the soul offering. The next question: what is soul offering? So that is what is known as, we talk about the two wings of the bird. The wing of the wisdom and the wing of the compassion. This is what we taught. And also that there's a mention of the same concept. It's also given in different forms known as the wisdom and the merit. Wisdom and merit, wisdom and method. So different vocabularies we use, or in simple terms, easy terms, wisdom and compassion. That's the easiest. Otherwise, wisdom and merit. So we see that these concepts are very precious, very smart, very intelligible. For example, to accomplish a task, very important task, we need two things. One is we need the direction. Direction will be given to you by the wisdom. And we not only the direction, we also need for example, in a car, you need to have the steering. Steering, this is for what? The direction. You agree? So that is given by the wisdom. Wisdom will tell you where to go. At the same time, the car should have fuel. If the fuel is not there, you just keep doing like this, you may have the good direction, but the car will not move. So we should also have the fuel. So fuel is known as the merit. The fuel required for us to continue a path. How many in your life, how many have seen, say some people, very clear mind, meaning know things very clearly, or this is what is to be done, but they don't have the stamina to do. They do it for a few days, few months, and then they quit. How many? Some people, they are very consistent. All right? The moment you start something, you don't start it, or you start it and can complete it. Right? You just make sure that whatever you start, you complete it. How many you notice that results? Some people. Right? So this is where the steering line, the direction giver, which is wisdom, and the stamina, given stamina of the journey. Some of the stamina to go, that is the merit accumulation. So we study all these things. These are very precious, and this is very precious. But this morning, what I said is that to come in contact with these teachings is not easy. To come in contact with these teachings, just if you, how many of you have heard Bodhichitta wisdom mentions for the first time? Let me hear. And how old are you? 5 years, 6 years old? Amit, how old are you? Oh, sorry. I'll not ask you. You are more than 10 years old, right? So you heard this for the first time. So look, we, the last 10 years, 20 years, we did not come in contact with this teaching, and then we come in contact, and then many people who are doing these courses, many people who are after doing this course for like several months, 1 year, 2 years. One thing that many of them said commonly is that how come that we came in contact with this teaching very late in our life? Carl, you felt it? Yes. Andrew? Yes. Then Simsana? No? She's young. Oh, you're born with this? Not born with this. Okay. Matai? Matia? 1 year ago. Joshua? What do you feel? Do you feel that way, or okay, it's good, right? Not that, oh, how come that I didn't come in contact with this early in my life? Okay, many people felt that way. They feel it very strongly, and they thought that I just wasted my earlier parts of life. You getting it? So the point is that we require merit. It's not that easy. We require merit to meet with these. It's not accidental. You're getting. We think that these are accidental. For example, like say you're born in a family, your mother or father, they're very educated, they're very kind, and financially well off, and they say well connected with the people, so everything's so easy for you. And we think that it's obvious. No, it's not obvious. Some people born with, say, the parents financially very poor, they have so much of the child has a tremendous capacity, potential, intelligent, but they cannot pursue the schools because the parents cannot finance. I know of many of these things. So it's not that these are not to be taken for granted. So the fact that you get these facilities, born with these facilities, they are because of your merit accumulation. So in other words, we require tremendous merit accumulation. And for example, it is like, say, the parents, they may deposit a huge amount of money in your name in the bank for your future studies. You're a little boy, age, say, 1 or 2 years old, and you have no idea what is the bank account, what is PhD, you have no idea. But the moment you complete your high school, for you, others are struggling. They have to go for students' loan. Students' loan? Working, yeah. Some to work. Some to go for students' loan. Okay, how many took students' loan? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And some people, their hairs grow gray, still they cannot give the student loans completely. You're getting still struggling to pay back the student's loan. This is a big problem. But then some, what is this? Yes, it's my father's job. The job of my mom, dad, for my schools, for my universities. I said, it's their responsibility. It's not their responsibility. You're getting it? So you took for granted. Okay, what I'm saying is that, and then you said, yes, I put money in the bank. how to get this? No, it's my parents. We don't feel grateful to the parents. It's not that every child has that the privilege, and you have this privilege. You should be grateful to your parents. And of course, your karma is involved, your previous marriage condition involved. So in short, what I'm saying is that to do virtues, to do good things, in other words, for good things to happen to you, happiness is a result of virtues. And the accumulation of virtues, the more virtues accumulated, this is known as more meritorious. You have more merit. So these teachings, for us to meet with more of these teachings, and the obstacles should be removed. And obstacles will be removed by your virtues. So making offerings, doing the offerings to Buddha's Bodhisattvas, thanking them, that to be able to complete this teaching without any obstacles. Of course, Buddha's Bodhisattvas, they has involved, the blessings are there, and minimal your karma is also involved. It's the two things coming together. So with this in mind, we have to, and then the Buddha's Bodhisattvas, they've been successful in sharing benefit to us. So our karma, what is our karma? Our virtuous activities. So we accumulate more virtues, so that in future, more such programs you can take part in, and where you can keep growing in your awakening of Buddha nature. So for that matter, we require more merit, more virtues. So more virtues to continue to seek blessings. In the form of blessings, the seeking blessings from Buddha's Bodhisattvas, you accumulate more virtues. It is like, say, the asking a leader or asking somebody who has the power of these, whatever you have held, and the help given to me, it's been very beneficial. Please continue to help me more. The person will be inspired. Yes? But the Buddha's Bodhisattvas, it is not that you make the request, they're inspired. You do make the request, they're not inspired. No. You make the request, when do you make the request? Talia. If you are interested, let's say if you are interested in, if you are interested in photography, Vaishnavi, yes, a photography expert. So you are interested in photography, and you come to know that there's a young girl, age 22, 21, 22 years old. She's very good in photography, and then you want to learn photography. What will you do? Vaishnavi and request her, please, right? So what is happening is that way your interest is there, then you are pulled to make the request. As you make the request, it indicates your interest. So finally, people, who start a journey, embark on a startup, and then in a few months, stop. Interest disappears. So interest is also dependent on origination. We keep on building the interest. So interest in a virtue is virtue. Interest in non-virtue is non-virtue. So as we keep doing these things, say making a request in Bodhisattvas, then your interest builds up. Your interest becomes more and more, like the money in the bank. Deposit money in the bank, your interest builds up, and the money increases, right? So this is known as the virtue, accumulation of virtue. Increase of the merit is not, increase of the virtue within the mind is known as the virtue. And the virtue you will not see in your heart. You just open, you will not see virtue. It is there in your mind. You're getting it? And how do you know that? Those people who are very virtuous, they will never give up. Doing virtue things, they will never give up. They continue doing this. And do the negative things, they will easily feel bored, they will stop. But some people, when they do the virtues, they easily stop, and they do non-virtues, their eyes are so widened, and then keep doing it. Right? This is indication of somebody having low virtue. So we have to increase virtue. Increasing of virtue is known as accumulation of merit. Accumulation of merit. So this afternoon we're going to make offerings to Buddha Bodhisattvas. They say, in what way the offering of the material things, food, the fruits, and so forth. And best of the offering is your actual practice of awakening your Buddha nature, awakening your Buddha nature, awakening your hidden treasure. So the parents will be, when will the parents will be more, tell me, when will the parents be more happy? A sensible parents. More happy if you give $100 to the parents, or if you study well. Study well. You're getting it? So finally, parents, they are to make you grow. So Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, they want us to grow. Grow what? Grow in happiness. Grow to remove your miseries. This is what the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas want. So if you do that, this is the best offering. But so to do that, you should desire to do, because this is not an easy journey. You need to have a strong determination, and this determination is also dependent on origination. We need to keep accumulating, make this determination stronger, stronger, stronger. How to make stronger? By increasing the interest in this. How to make the interest? Have the interest continuously triggered. Like make offerings to Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, and so forth, interest is triggered. So there are so many kinds of offering. Tsog, offering meaning making offerings to Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, and also offering to all the sentient beings, offerings to the poor people. They say the local spirits. So this is what we're going to do in the last session. Okay, this is medical. For that, I say it's not a rule that somebody, the institution will do something. No. So it's our collective effort. It's not the institution. The institution has nothing to do. It's not that for all these such programs, so offering happens. So with the programs which are conducted with me, I make sure that at the end there's a soul offering. The practice is part of the program. So for that, each one of us, we contribute in whatever little way. It's not like you have to pay this much, that much. No, nothing to do with that. No obligation. Whatever little, say for example, even if like 10 rupees, 100 rupees, whatever, 500 rupees, 1,000, 2,000, whatever you would like to make offering, it is finally the arousing your interest, building connection with Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, arousing your interest in this, so that virtues multiply for that reason. So the person did, a young man is doing. Okay, so the Ashubam, he will put this envelope on the table there, or you can put it somewhere there, whichever. And then in your own ways, whatever. There's no compulsion, and it is not also necessary that that if you don't want to do it, oh no, I have to do. He says we have to do something. No, not have to. You're getting it. With your own will, whatever you like to, whatever amount you like to offer, that's good enough. And it's not necessary that it should be huge, grandiose, or not necessary. So for Bodhisattvas, how much you offer, this is not it doesn't count. What counts is your purity of your heart. Whatever little thing that we offer, if you offer with a pure heart, that is what multiplies your virtues. Okay, Kaushalya. No. Okay.
Actually, what you can do is you can go to the reception.
I went there, but my Tibet House.
Yeah, they don't.
Okay, Kaushalya, don't make me an administrator, right? Kaushalya, don't make me an administrator. I have no idea of these things, right? Kaushalya thinks that I'm her parents.
I have extra cash. Sometimes that I think of privacy, we think one needs to send to the life.
Salt? Are you good? Okay, good. Okay. And Buddhist Bodhisattvas will be more happy, rather more happy of the two choices. You offer money and you bring questions. Your questions will be more important for Buddhist Bodhisattvas. They'll be more happy that these boys and girls, they're bothering him with the question answers to make him think more, and then you will also think more, will benefit. There's a mutual benefit. This is the best thing Buddhist Bodhisattva. But even for this, interest should be there. And interest will be aroused by multiple factors. One of the major factors is that where, say, you give money, it's not that easy. You offer some money, it's not that easy. So therefore, what is precious for you if you share, which means that interest is there. So this is the precious, the practice we talk about this morning. We talk about 6 perfections and 4 perfections, making it 10. The moment you say, may I become Buddha for the benefit sentient beings, then you have to do something. Don't always keep it may. You're getting it? And may I become Nobel in physics. Then you go to pubs all the time. Right? And on one hand, you're saying, may I become Nobel laureate, may I become Nobel. However much time you may say, there's no point when you go to pubs all the time. So when you say may, we should materialize, we should put effort to materialize this aspiration, may. You agree? So what should we do then? Then we have to put effort to study. And the mistakes that we made in our life, oh, may I not repeat these mistakes? And you again make mistakes, For example, there's one gentleman, and the gentleman who, we know last, I think, about 16, 17 years. The day when we met, he told me about the problem of trusting people in his, in his partners, business partners, trusting. And then the business partners, they took all the money and left him bankrupt. Again, he started a business, again a partner, again trust. And I said that, don't think of doing big things. Start small. You don't have to necessarily need somebody's partnership. You do your own small. Big means you need partnership. But you start small, and from there you get experience. And then you see how much you can trust. And they say you can have a partnership, but making sure that there's no room for somebody to cheat you, to deceive you. You have to check all these things, check and balance. It must be there. I told him, and I've been hearing this for years and years, almost 10 years I've been hearing this, that, oh, my business partner, again he left, took all the money. Again after a few years, he left, again took money. So this says so on the one hand, we don't want to repeat the mistakes. Continue to repeat the mistakes. We can make mistakes, but don't repeat the mistakes. You're getting it? Likewise, so may I become Buddha. When you say that, may this Buddha nature be awakened. When you say that, you have to do something to awaken it. So for that, say the 6 practices were taught, plus 4 practices were taught, total 10, known as 10 perfections. So oftentimes you hear that the people who are exposed to the Buddhist philosophy teachings, more exposed, more grounded, stable, they will talk about 6 perfections, most cases, 6 perfections. And the 4, there's another set of 4, total making 10. So what are the 6 perfections? The number 1, perfection of generosity. What is number 2? The practice of ethical contact. Number 3, practice of patience. Number 4, practice of joy. Perseverance or joyful effort is same. Okay, number 1, generosity. Number 2, ethical discipline. Number 3, patience. Number 4, joyful effort or enthusiasm or perseverance. Joyful effort, enthusiasm or perseverance. Number 5,
Concentration.
concentration or meditative concentration. Meditative concentration. And number 6, wisdom. Good. Generosity, ethical discipline, patience, enthusiasm / and perseverance / joyous effort. Then number 5, meditative concentration. Number 6, wisdom. Okay, these are 6 perfections. And the next 4 perfections. Set of 4. What are they? Skillful means, number 1. Number 2, aspirational prayers. Number 3, the power. Number 4, primordial wisdom. Primordial wisdom. Primordial, P-R-I-M-O-R-D-I-A-L. Right? P-R-I-M-O-R-D-I-A-L. Primordial wisdom. Okay. So let me quickly explain the, they say, why 6? Why not more? Why not less? Because 6. This is extremely profound concept. Very profound. Okay. So these are for somebody who said that, may I become Buddha for the benefit of sentient beings. When you say, may I become Buddha for the benefit of sentient beings, you have to do something. If you don't put action, if you don't put effort to make this happen, then it becomes worse. It just remains as worse. How many agree with me? Yes. And Buddha for what? Buddha for the benefit of all the beings, including yourself. Don't forget it. Including yourself. Don't forget this win-win. You're getting it? Win-win. It's not just Buddha for all and that I should suffer. Oh yeah, by the way, we have to know these things. Otherwise, you may say later on when you hear these things, you may feel that, oh, I learned something from him, but here the text is very different. So I'm confused. Okay, no reason for you to confuse. There are 3 kinds of bodhicittas. There are many ways of seeing bodhicittas, sometimes 22 bodhicittas are there. Okay, don't feel confused. Just make it very simple. 3 kinds of bodhicitta. Later on, when the knowledge becomes vast, then go for 22 bodhicittas and so forth. Okay, 3 kinds of bodhicitta. The first one is king-like bodhicitta. King, monarch. King-like bodhicitta, the first one. King-like bodhicitta. Okay. Number 2, ferryman-like bodhicitta. Ferryman meaning boatman. Ferryman-like bodhicitta. F-E-R-R-Y, ferryman, M-A-N. Ferryman, ferrywoman is fine. King-like bodhicitta, ferryman-like bodhicitta. Number 3, shepherd-like bodhicitta. Shepherd. What's the spelling? S-H-E-P-H-E-R-D. Shepherd. Shepherd-like bodhicitta. There are 3 kinds of bodhicitta. Okay. If our questions are missing, it's all with young men. If our questions are missing, they're all with the young men. Right? I don't know why he needs all the questions. He's bringing that. From Susan. Why? Past life you are a storekeeper? Past life? Yes. What a past life determines your habits today. You getting it? Maybe you're a storekeeper. One time I thought that in my past life I must be in some sort of way. You're laughing? I must be what? You say something? You're laughing. I know. She recall something. Huh? Tell me. Okay. So last life, one time, I thought that I must be a girl. And the reason was that when I was just, hey, what happened? You happy, not happy? Happy to know that Geshe-la was a girl last life. Why? Because when I was a little boy, particularly, I so vividly remember when I was age 5, when I sing pink colors, I like them. Pink color was my favorite color. When I was a little boy, age 5, age 6, gradually this lives dominated, and then the see pink color, it does not interest me. Age 5, 6, before that I was with my mother, everything's okay. She'll make sure that everything's for me. And then later I have to struggle in school. My mother passed away when I was 5 years old. And then they say to see pink color and look like this pink color, it just excites me. There's so much joy in me. Okay, this is one thing. And then at one point, when I was like age 9, 10, I thought that previously I must be a librarian. Librarian who keeps lots of books, does not read the book. I thought I must be a librarian. Because since childhood, like particularly those age, like age 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, so there, for me to just possess a book, it gives me so much joy. Book. If there's a book, this is the greatest of my possession. I don't know how to read it. I didn't know how to read it. And the particular I could remember somehow I got a book. I don't know, not this size, the thickness maybe this size, but a little smaller than this, and width and length, a little smaller. And the book inside, then I could still remember it's in English book. I didn't know how to read, but that's a big possession of mine. I just sense that this is like my, people say, as a property. This is like that feeling coming to me as a little boy. And inside there were the sketches of some rats, mouse, and some letters are there. I didn't know what these are, but sense of possession. And then I had to keep it somewhere, a safe place where I don't lose it. So what is the safest place? Others in school. In school, anybody can steal. School boys, girls. So I just went to make sure that my father's place down there, my school up there, my father's school down there, just maybe about like 3 kilometers from here. No, not down. It's right there. School is up. School and my father's place maybe 1-2 kilometers, and from here to my father's place maybe like 2.5 kilometers. So then I went to keep it there to my father's place. And my father in those days very poor, and there was no gas stove, nothing. It was just like a regular wood stove. And after a few months, when I again come to get a holiday to meet my father, I was just so excited to get my book. I was looking for here, there, but the father's place just a tiny room. Nowhere I found a book. The book must have gone in the stove. But for my father, it doesn't mean anything. It's just a papers to start fire. So he didn't say anything, and he knew that I was looking for this book, and he knew that it went to the stove, but he was not telling me because he knew that this boy loves the book so much. But I was not a voracious reader. You're getting it? So therefore, I thought maybe I was a librarian who keeps a lot of books but not reading books. Yeah. Okay. So this connection like this, storekeeper. Why I'm saying this is that at the time of the Buddha, amidst all the people attending the teachings, there were 3 young boys. Talia, this could be an interesting story for you. There are 3 young boys. There are 3 young boys, and one just the Buddha started the teaching, and he was busy scribbling like this on the floor, on the ground, dust ground. He was busily scribbling like this, all the time, right from the start of the teaching till then, busy doing like this, not listening to the Buddha. The second boy, right from the beginning to the end, he was gazing the sky like this, And the third boy was attentively listening to the Buddha from the start till the end. And Ananda, at the end of the teaching, Ananda stood up and asked the Buddha, the Buddha, look at these 3 boys. They are very different mindsets. One is just busy scribbling like this, and second was busy gazing in the sky all the time, and third was attentive listening to your teachings. Why there's such a difference in the mindset of these 3 boys? And the Buddha said that this boy who was scribbling like this all the time, in his previous life he was a snake. Here's the movement, this movement. He's get used to this movement. And the one who gazing in the sky, he was an astrologer.
Fly.
Huh?
Fly on the wall.
No, astrologer. He was astrologer, looking at the sky, which star connects with which star, right? Now in the autumn, which star is coming? Just interested in the stars. Just seeing the space makes him so happy, right? And the third one was a great scholar in the past life. Third was a great scholar, is what Buddha said. Then His Holiness the Dalai Lama, it was, I think, about maybe how many years ago? Perhaps 17 years ago. There was, how many of you know about the Mind and Life Conference? It was a great program, Mind and Life Conference, the meeting between primarily neuroscientists, otherwise physicists also there. For example, Professor Anton Zelinka, who later became a Nobel laureate in physics, 2024 or 22, I think. He became a Nobel laureate in physics, in quantum physics. And he also took part in the I remember we had a quite interaction, and I also invited him to it was very funny. In the conference, he was also there. That was long before he became a Nobel laureate. Then his ones, after the main conference, his ones leaves, and then there's going to be further discussion among the scientists and the Buddhist scholars. And I asked question in quantum physics. And the Professor Andrew Zelinka, after this session, he came to me straight away and he said, "You seem to have many questions on quantum physics." I said, "Yes, I have." He said, "Ask me now." I said, "Now our time here is finished. Our time is finished. For security reasons, we are not entitled to stay here. We are at this point, we have to leave. Now I will invite to my room." I invite him to my room. So we had two together. He was already in his 70s then. I was maybe in my late 30s. And we had a lot of discussions. There was also a journalist, the Newsweek journalist was also there. Two of us were having tea together in my room. And I asked many questions. So I'm not going to go into detail what kind of discussions that happened. Then after that, how many years later? It was, I think, 2008. 2008, and in 2022, he became a Nobel laureate. How many years? 14. 14 years later, he became a Nobel laureate. I saw his name, and of course, he's a quantum physicist, and he's one of the giants of quantum physics. Okay, so there was this conference, Mind Life Conference, first started by His Holiness the Dalai Lama and the world-renowned neuroscientist, Professor Francisco Varela. Two of them. There was another businessman by the name Adam Engel. Three of them started the conference, and it started as a conference, and then later it developed into institute, Mind Life Institute. So what I'm saying is that a professor, the neuroscientist professor, Francisco Varela. I think he's Chilean. Is anybody from Chile? He's Chilean, I think. And later he was more established in France. So he is exceptionally brilliant, very smart, very intelligent. And look at there are many other anecdotes I want to skip. So what happened was that he's a natural philosopher. While he's a brilliant neuroscientist, he's a natural philosopher. What he talks is all philosophy. It's amazing and extremely profound. Talk about profound concepts. What he said, very young. Then unfortunately he passed away, very young age. I think like 60 he passed away. And then very interesting. The amount of the appreciation that he developed to his holiness. To his holiness is just unparalleled. What he himself is brilliant. He will not accept, if you're thinking is a little not too profound, he just brush aside very easily. But his respect to his holiness is just amazing. Because of years of being with his holiness, he would admire his holiness's depth of the intelligence and the vastness of his holiness knowledge. So his admiration was so deep to the extent that you won't believe that such a renowned, very intelligent person following his holiness blindly. What happened was that he was diagnosed with cancer. And he is very rational thinking. Very rational thinking. And the doctor said that you have to undergo surgery. And he asked the doctor, how much guarantee you can give me that I will recover with the surgery? The doctor said, we cannot give you any guarantee. He said that if you cannot give me any guarantee, why do I have to go through any of the extra pain? He did not sign up. He did not sign up for the surgery. Then the information, somehow his sons got the information. His sons sent a message saying that we'll do surgery. Instantly he signed up. He does not listen to the doctors. The moment he got the information from his holiness that do surgery, he instantly signed up. He did surgery. And next year, he came for the conference here. And he was so weak, so fragile. And then day one, he approached his holiness. Then he said that I'm alive today because of your holiness. You asked me to go do the surgery. So I was not expecting to live like one extra year. But you asked me to go there. So I went, and I'm here because of your holiness. So this was the last physical meeting. And then the next meeting happened, next conference happened in America. And he was so badly sick in his own house, I think in France, if I'm not wrong. Then there was now the online. In those days, this is not popular. Not popular meaning it's not there, but special arrangements can be made if there is a very high profile thing. So his holiness was conducting from there, and he was watching it from his bed in his room, and his holiness said that very practical. Look at his holiness. This is what we have to learn from his holiness. No room for blind faith. His holiness message, the first message opening day, his message that my friend Professor Francisco Varela, right? Now his holiness knows that he's going to leave the world. And Professor also knows that he's going to leave the world. He said that you made a great contribution, his holiness told him through this telecast, that you made a great contribution to the humanity, contributing to the coming together of the modern science and the contemplative tradition together to bring about the development of the brain and development of heart both. You made a great contribution, and he didn't say that I'll pray for you. You're getting it? It's the scientist. So he's one said that I will remember you till I die. He didn't say I'll pray for you. You're getting very practical. You're getting it? So then he passed away after this conference. Then 16 days, then he passed away. Then I think the very next year, some people, they were creating a documentary film on him, Professor Francis Varela. So these people, they came to His Holiness to interview His Holiness. And the question is, this is the interesting part. So I'm talking about the rebirth, the past life. So this interview, these people, they asked His Holiness, Your Holiness, where do you think he has taken birth now? And His Holiness is very practical. Because this is going to be, who's going to be the audience of this documentary film? People who are doing science, medical science and so forth, they don't believe in rebirth. So the question is, where do you think he has taken rebirth? It's not whether or not rebirth exists. This is not the question. Take for granted rebirth is there, where do you think he has taken birth? His Holiness said that if there's rebirth, meaning audience, depends on the audience. For small children, they're dancing, he's going to do this. Not because he's interested in this. You're getting it? Just to suit with the mindset that the other. If there's rebirth, he will be born as again another scientist. This is what has been said. You're getting it? So this is all the things here. Storekeeper. We never know. Okay, and I was a girl in my past life. In the library who's not interested in reading books. Only interested in keeping books. Okay. Good. It's just a little digression. Okay. I go for refuge until enlightened to Buddha, the Dharma, the Sangha. By my accumulations of practice, giving and so forth, may I become a Buddha to all sentient beings. I go for refuge until enlightened to Buddha, the Dharma, the Sangha. By my accumulations of practice of giving and so forth, may I become a Buddha to all sentient beings. I go for refuge until enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, the Sangha. By my accumulations of practice of giving and so forth, may I become a Buddha to all sentient beings. Sanye joda zoge jonamla, chanjo pardo tani jaksuch, nage jinso gebe zonamge, joda tunju sanye jubara isho, sanye joda zoge jonamla, chanjo pardo tani jaksuch, nage jinso gebe zonamge, joda tunju sanye jubara isho, Sanje joda zoge chonanda, chanjo pagyo pani gyatsoche, nage jinso gebe sonanje, joda penye sanje yobara sho. Okay, when we said this mantra, Yedara mantra, I personally, and for Buddha, this mantra, Buddha actually taught this in the heaven, where Buddha's own mother took birth. Buddha lost his mother when Buddha was just 7 days. 7 days, the mother passed away. And the mother took birth in the heaven known as the the 33 God, the heaven. This is where the mother took birth. And the Buddha, one day, during one of the retreat, the monsoon retreat, for 3 months, Buddha went there to give teachings to his mother and all the God masters there. So, this teaching was given there, also the essence of the Conversion mantra. And then later in my life, way later in my life, perhaps in my 30s, I would say, perhaps in my 40s, way late in my life, I started to feel that the gravity of this teaching, because that how we operate, each one of us, how we operate with any action, physical action, bodily, verbal action, mental action, or we tend to believe in somebody, trust somebody very easily, and then we are to see, we are being too naive, we're too naive, say something, and then the other person feels offended. So all these things, we see that what governs us is our tendencies govern us. Tendencies, meaning imprints. How many of you notice that? For example, say, if you somehow say from the past, like 10 years ago, 20 years ago, a song which you used to sing, And then suddenly it came to my mind, and you try to sing it. You don't sing it, conscious, unconscious, whatever, you try to sing it. And after a while, so very, very unconsciously, this song is coming. This happens, it happens. Okay, good. So this is an indication that it's a matter of the tendencies. In Tibetan, we call it pakcha. In Tibetan, we call it pakcha. And the pakcha tendency, they decide. Tendency decide. So therefore, say when people, something good things happen, or when they do something good in a person, they tend to do something good, and there's some people, they will give the credit to God or Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, or it is they will say, no, I'm not doing anything. Demons said they know that they're doing it, right? But they did, even that's the meaning is humility, expression humility. It's very good. God, God gave me this. Okay. So the thing is that we should be very realistic. So and then they say, then likewise you can extend the same thing to bad things. Good things that you do, you give it credit to God, is fine. You give credit to the Buddha, is fine. But when you do bad things, oh, what you do? God is not nice on me. Buddha is not nice on me. This is what happened to me. This is excuse. Excuse. We all have the capacity to do good things. We all. It's not that only some people who call us good. No, we all have the capacity to do good things. Finally, keep in mind, you're not doing things for anyone, making things to accomplish what you want, to experience fearlessness and to experience infinite happiness. And for that, we see that the wisest thing is activate your intelligence and expand your compassion. These two things guarantee that what you aspire will be accomplished. And in any tradition, if you work on these two, activating your intelligence and expanding your compassion, all the religious leaders, religious founders of the different traditions, they all love you. You agree? Anybody, you say the enlightened masters like Jesus Christ or Guru Nanak or anyone who's a very kind personality, when they see that you have expansive universal compassion, they will love you. You agree? They will see that you are doing in accordance with God's will. And somebody who believes in karma, you are doing in line with the karmic operation. You agree? So, this is something that we need to remember. So, this mantra, Yeda Mahidu, it makes you very practical. It makes you practical. If you want mango, if you want to enjoy mango, plant mango seeds, don't plant apple seeds. You got to get, don't expect mangoes growing out of planting apple seeds. So, Yedarma Hetu Prabhava. All phenomena arise in the causes. You have to identify what are the causes responsible for your miseries. What are the causes responsible for your happiness? So, adopt those causes which give rise to happiness and discount those causes which give rise to miseries. And for that, we should be very convinced of that. And this mantra, more you, for example, say, if I were to learn Hebrew, then when my Hebrew will become as good as Talia's, anyone? How will I become good? Yes, come to Israel and never speak Hebrew. Consistency with speaking. Practice. So the more you practice, more you practice Hebrew, the more fluent it becomes. Do you agree? But don't expect that, for example, I speak English, practice. Don't expect my English will become Shakespearean English in this life. No hope. We should be very realistic. Now I'm already 58. Young person like this here, Sheila, and young boy like this, 22. You? 21. Okay. 19. 21. 22. Okay. 16. Yeah.
I wish.
Okay. So what I'm saying is that these young people, and for the language to pick up the Shakespearean English, so we should start even before 19, right? Like minimum like 3, 4, 5. You have to start from there. You have to start. Only then we can expect to have pick up the Shakespeare English. Okay, it's a bit digression. Okay, so the point is that we should learn how to be realistic, how to be practical. What do you mean by practical meaning? What do you mean practical? Who believe in whole universe operating based on cause and effect. You're getting it? That you get conviction that, for example, why all these technologies developed major part of this developed in the West, because say with what is that, with the Renaissance, and then gradually move to science. Science is purely based on cause and effect. You're purely based on cause and effect. Okay, when I say science, cause and effect, Salil is very happy. Very happy, very happy. Right? This is reality. At one point, Salil thought science is everything, right? Science is everything. And I truly love science for that matter. For that matter, people who have scientific bent of mind, I can easily communicate with these people more easily than to Buddhists. Some people are extremely stubborn. We are Buddhist. We are this tradition, that tradition, this tradition. It's so difficult to talk to. The moment I talk something common sense, it hits the religious sentiments. They will not talk to you. But the scientific bent of mind, very open mind, there I can talk very freely. So there was a boy, Buddhist, his family, Buddhist family, and his father, for like the last 40 years, he was a pious Buddhist, blind follower Buddhist. And suddenly what happened? His mind just shook and lost faith in Buddhism completely, the father. And the boy, the son, was coming to Tibet House, attending the classes and so forth. And one day, somehow I got a sense that his father became a non-believer, atheist. And I told him that I'd like to meet your father. The boy started to flee. He said, no, Geshe-la, he will not. He doesn't believe in Buddhism. I said, no, I'm not talking to him Buddhism. I'd like to meet him. No, he said. I said that he doesn't believe in Buddhism. The best person to whom I can talk to is somebody who doesn't believe in anything. That's the best person. You're getting it? Easiest thing. So I told the boy how I would communicate with your father. Do you love your family? He'll say, yes. Right? If you have, why do you love your family? Because we help each other. So I depend on them, they depend on me, dependent origination. I would not use the word dependent origination. Right? And you love? Yes. When you feel this affection, you're happy? Yes. You want to, so why not you expand this happiness to others? If you can, that'd be good. You say yes. This is universal compassion. Or this understanding dependency. Right? You don't use these technical terms, dependent origination, emptiness, bodhicitta. No need to use these vocabularies. Just use secular terms and everybody will say that it makes sense. So talk something sensible. You're getting it? So these you will get confidence by, and once you get confidence, this confidence must be instilled, ingrained so deeply. How to do it deeply? The way I would practice Hebrew consistently. So you have to do it more. Yedharma mantra, recite it more. By counting meanings, then you build a very scientific bent of mind. You build a very scientific bent of mind. You will build a very scientific bent of mind where, say, you were born as a little girl, little boy. Say you have to prostrate to Buddha. What is your prostrate to Buddha? Right? You don't believe easily. Instead, welcome to Shalom. Welcome to the Angela from Sarah College. Yes, today Sarah College is holiday. Okay, good. So what I'm saying is that we need to be consistently, and this principle of the law of cause and effect, consistently recite this mantra. Don't expect miracles happening. What is the real miracle is that the real miracle is that when your conviction in law of karma, law of cause and effect increases. That is a real miracle. In the West, all this technology came because of the miracle of science. What is miracle of science? Science which is grounded on the principle of cause and effect. Cause and effect, there should be no reason why this is happening, right? Why, say, the redshift is happening? Doppler's effect. Why redshift is happening? There must be reason in the air. So which means that this is accelerating. You're getting it? So they check into the causes. They don't, this is, Buddha's blessing, right? So for example, in where? Scandinavian countries, where there's the, there's the light, what do you call that? Skylight? Huh? Northern light. Okay, northern light. Joshua is very particular. What do you call it? Aurora borealis, right? Okay, northern light. It's blessings of Buddha, God. Scientists will not say God, Buddha. Scientists say there must be reason there. Why this is happening? You're getting it? There must be reason there. Okay. So that way we become very scientific. If I use the word scientific, sometimes just to justify your standpoint, you use the word scientific. But the reality is that you might become very realistic. This is the word, right? Whether you bring this word science, no science doesn't matter. You become very realistic. Realistic people will achieve the goal, what intended goal. So this is very important. With this mantra, by contemplating on meaning, the more you contemplate the meaning, every time the imprint is laid in the mind, it becomes very consistently well ingrained in the mind. Om ye dharma hetu prabhavam hetum desham dathagato yamata desham chayo nirodha evam vate mahashramanaye swaha. Om ye dharma hetu prabhava tum tesham dathagato yavatat tesham chayo nirodha evam vate mahashramanaye swaha. Om ye dharma hetu prabhavam hetum tesham dathagato yavatat tesham chayo nirodha evam vate mahashramanaye swaha. All phenomena arise from causes. The causes are taught by the Tathagata. The cessation causes as well as taught by the great seer. Okay, now we are on 90, verse 90. So we talk about the equalizing self and others. So it says, first of all, I should make an effort to meditate upon the equality between self and others. Okay, now that we already studied all these steps, it becomes very easy for us. You read it. As I read this, where necessary, I'll explain. Otherwise, we just read it slowly and see if you understand it. First of all, I should make an effort to meditate upon the equality between self and others. I should protect all beings as I do myself. So yes, I put effort to protect myself. Likewise, I should protect others, because we're equal in wanting happiness, not wanting suffering. And meanwhile, think of the counter reasons. You getting it? Meanwhile, whatever Buddhist Shantideva is teaching us, think of the counter reasons. Okay, he said like this. So what, for example, here, that just as I put effort to protect myself, I should also protect others, because they'll be equal in wanting happiness, not wanting suffering. What question you could, for example, okay, let's say, how to think out of the box. J, right? Think out of the box. Okay. So say Bodhisattva Shantideva says something, and see if you can think of some counter reasons or counter thoughts counter reflections. Say, if I tell you that, do you know that we are all equal in wanting happiness, not wanting suffering? What do you say? Yes. Then if I tell you, so therefore, if this is same, just as you protect yourself, you also have to protect others. What do you say? Yeah, it makes sense. Listens. It makes sense. But there can be counter reasons also. Anyone? Yes, we are same, but they will take care of themselves. I should take care of myself. Why should I protect them? Right? Listens? Yes. So this is what I meant by counter reasons. To think out of the box. Don't think that what Bodhisattva Shantideva said, oh, it must be true, it makes sense, right? Always look for reasons. Reasons which can be a counter, what we call it, counter attack or counter argument. Think of these. When you think of these, then Bodhisattva Shantideva will come with the next reasons. You getting it? Next reasons. And then you see that it becomes so well grounded, so well founded. And you feel like practicing this. The joy will come because you could see the flow. Because if you see the break, then this is nice concept. So one time, there was the conference happened, conference on ethics in business. And the business tycoons were invited. This is, what is that? Management Institute. Delhi, one very important institute. What is that? IMD? MDI. In Gurgaon, yes. Yes. So and then the big business tycoons were there. Chairman of Tata, this former chairman of Tata, so they were all there. And then they were talking so nice. We need ethics in business, and then the one former vice chairperson of Tata, and he said that the reasons that you give, they are too soft. He said, the reasons that you give why there should be ethics in the business, you should convince the business people whose job is to, my job is to make money. You're getting it? Make money. That's the priority. Ethics is secondary. You have to give reasons for them that this ethics will not minimize your profit. You're getting it? You should be able to give reasons, very solid reasons. And he said that the reasons that we see now is so weak, is so soft. It will not convince the business people. You're getting it? So therefore, this is what I'm saying. The reason Bodhisattva Shantideva gave, if you think that, okay, I can have a counter argument like this, you're looking to strengthen your thoughts. And then Bodhisattva Shantideva, he's very smart. You're getting it? If you don't know how smart he is, read chapter 9. Then you get lost. He's too smart, amazing, intelligent. So he will come with the counter reasons. All will come down. You're getting it? So therefore, the point is that don't think that, okay, if I talk something against his thoughts, counter arguments come, it becomes blasphemy. No, don't worry about these things. You're getting it? As long as your reasons are sound, solid, Bodhisattva Shantideva will be so happy. You're getting it? If you come with reasons which is so sharp, Bodhisattva Shantideva will be even more happy. Then what is going to give the reasons later, following reasons, they will make total sense to you. Otherwise, the following reasons, they may remain very hazy in your mind, but you don't understand. You don't have the counter arguments. Okay, this is example counter. I'm not going to go each of the counter arguments. So this is the example that I give you. Okay, with this, what I said is counter argument. That's what I said is that, okay, if I tell you that we are all equal in wanting happiness, not wanting suffering, you agree? You said, yes, I agree with this. If that's the case, just as you protect yourself, you also have to protect others. And then why? Because you and others are equal in wanting happiness, not wanting suffering. But you will say that, yes, you are right, but why should I protect others? Because others, they have their own duty to protect themselves. And I have the duty to protect myself. Why should I protect others? Simply because of the reason that we are equal in wanting happiness, not wanting suffering. We are same. We are same. So just we are same in wanting happiness, not wanting suffering. We are same in Me having the responsibility to take care of myself, and he having to take the responsibility to take care of himself. Why should we protect him? You're getting it? This is known as counter-argument. So come up with the sensible counter-arguments. Okay, good. So this is an example that I gave you. Okay, it says, 90. First of all, I should make effort to meditate upon the equality between self and others. I should protect all beings, others, as much as how I do to myself. Because we are equal in wanting pleasure. Pleasure is a word which many people do not like. Pleasure has a connotation of physical pleasure. So, the Tibetan word is deva. Deva does not necessarily pleasure. It can be happiness, it can be ease, it can be fulfillment. Because we're all equal in wanting happiness or fulfillment and not wanting pain. 90. Although there are many different paths, now you may say that, no, they'll take care of themselves, I'll take care of myself, right? So, look, what is that? Is that if there's a pain in your foot, why hands you go out? Foot will take care of himself. Or how many, when you have a pain at a back or stomach or left hand, then your right hand goes there, do like this. I mean, you do that with hands? No, that left hand is his job. Let him do it. Right hand, you happy? Be happy. You said that he will take care of himself, I'll take care of myself. Let this hand take care of himself. The right hand is perfect. Why should you feel troubled? Go to hell. The feet, why should you go down to heat? Like this. Hand is you're free. Enjoy. Hands. Let the feet take care of himself. Amazing. Okay, let's read. Wow. Talia full time now she smiled. She's so happy. Wow, that's amazing. Okay, 91. Although there are many different parts and aspects, such as the hands, as a body that is to be protected, they are one. As a body, my body. Right? Although there are different parts, it's not that hands will take care of himself, feet will take care of themselves, but as a body, it's just one. You see that there's sense of oneness, one entity there. Likewise, all the different sentient beings, in their pleasure and their pain, have a wish to be happy that is the same as mine. And suffering that experience does not cause any harm to others. So now the reason that you put is that, okay, so I suffer, it does not harm others. Others are harmed, I don't suffer, so why should I take care of others? The suffering that experience does not cause any harm to others, but suffering is mine. Because of my conceiving myself as I, thereby it becomes unbearable. Then you may say that my suffering I have to take care of, because when I feel the pain, when I have the pain here, I feel the pain my body has problem, I feel the pain. Others' body have a problem, I don't feel the pain. So therefore I take care of when there's a problem with my body or with my mind. This is how we respond. So 93. Likewise, the misery of others does not befall me. Nevertheless, by conceiving of others as I, the suffering becomes mine. Therefore, it too should be hard to bear. So it says, what is the challenge is that, what it's saying is that, okay, this body, how many agree with me that your body actually belongs to your parents? Yes, body actually belongs to your parents. The parents, and then your mind comes, and then your mind says, this is my body. Sense of belonging comes the moment the mind comes with the body. You agree? Otherwise, you came from parents. Yes, no? A young man. A thought came to me that this boy, I noticed that what he's doing is from Chosamne retreat. He's keeping all the pillows, all the questions. I thought that he must be a young mother in the past life, keeping a child. Otherwise, why? It's the imprint. Okay. So, and more reasons to come. Very powerful reasons. Okay. Therefore, it too should be hard to bear. Hence, I should despair the misery of others because it is suffering. For example, like if I ask you, okay, these reasons, say, why do you want to get rid of your suffering? I don't want to feel the pain. You getting it? I don't want to feel the pain. And so do you agree with me that the mother, a very loving, very sensible mother who sees the pain in the child, mother feels the pain. You agree? Mother feels like crying. You agree? Okay, it's a very different body. Different body. But why the mother feels the pain? It's as though the mother feels like the child's body is her own body. This is what the mother feels. Why? Because of this affection, love and affection. This love and affection, although it's not your body, it doesn't mean that this is, no, I don't feel the pain. It's not true. It's not true. Your mind can actually feel the pain of others. This capacity you have. This capacity you have. Okay, so therefore, some of you may think that this is not good capacity. This is not good potential. Because if I could feel the pain of all the beings, then my pain will just multiply. I couldn't bear it. I couldn't bear it. Yes, you are right. And again, the reason will be given below that one is the pain, one is the affection. One is affection. Say, you feel pain with your body, it's because you love your body. And a mother feels pain of the child, it's because mother loves the child. You agree? And mother literally feels the pain of the child. And the mother goes into crying. So this because of love and affection. So there are two elements. One is the pain and one is the love and affection. Two. So this love and affection side is so beautiful. You expand it, the more it expands, it's so beautiful. But there's accompanying pain. You're getting it? The pain is there. The pain is there. And then later on we talked about make the pain zero and love and affection infinite. We talked about that already, remember? Make the pain zero. But meanwhile, to expand this affection, the pain plays a very important role. Because the real same, when somebody is there, you don't need to take the pain of that person. Say you have only, let's say, they say $10 and the other person needs $10, or you have $100,000, the other person needs $10, which is easier for you to give. When you have $100,000, $10 is nothing. But you have only $10 and you give $10, which means you're feeling you're going to suffer. What are you going to eat? You're going to suffer. With this pain, still you give, that compassion is very strong. You getting it? You have $100,000 and then give $10, although in both cases you are giving $10, but one you have $100,000, giving $10 is not going to be much pain. But for somebody who have only $10, giving that $10 is going to be very painful. And if still gives, which means the compassion is very strong. You're getting it? So these are the ways and means where compassion is the enriched. Once the compassion enriched, then your job is what? Accompanying pain, we make it zero. For example, like, okay, let's say a burning gold. Okay, let's say this gold, a burning gold. A burning gold is two problems, but it has two things. One is that it's gold. It's very precious. It's burning. It's not good. It burns your hands. So it is gold. If you keep it, it burns your hand. Or it burns my hand. Throw it. You're throwing gold. You getting it? Okay. So what should be a smart way of doing it? Dip it in the water. Some people say that use a clam. You said, what do you call it? Clam. Tom. Hey, this is Sansala. What's the word? The one holds. Huh? Tom. Chimda, yes. In Hindi is chimda. In English, Tom. Okay. So some people say that, hey, use a Tom. They're smart. They're smart. But, okay. So the best thing is use a tongue and dip it into water. Cold water. Like a chemist. Right? Biochemist. This is Petula. Because in chemistry she learned that. So dip it in cold water, then the fire extinguishes and the gold is left. You don't have to throw this. Because it burns your hand, don't throw. Because it's gold, don't keep it in hand. You keep it burning. What do you do? Do a smart thing. Dip it in water. For example, like some people say that when so much anger, what should we do? Should we suppress it or should we express it? Suppress, express. What should we do? Suppress, one day it will explode. Express, huh? Neither. So some counselors say, vent it. Vent it. Vent it meaning express it. Right? Don't keep it, express it. Expressing is also not good. Rachel, why not good? Fuels it. Huh? But if express, okay, listen. Express it, and the other person says, "I'm very sorry," right? I'm very sorry, and then they say you're very angry and you punch, and the other person, there's a bruise coming, and you're very happy, and then anger subsides. Good. Why not? It doesn't fuel. Finish now. It's
when expected, inside himself.
no. The inside is calm now. It is now. It's not fueling. It's calm. Fueling the anger means more anger. No, it's calm because you see the bruise on the person's face with your punch, right? It calms down. You're very happy. It doesn't fuel. So these are known as the counter arguments. You're getting it? You have to entertain these counter arguments. Counter arguments are not to challenge you. These are to make you grow further, go deeper. Otherwise, we have compassion very shallow. You getting it? When the compassion means shallow, then you cannot go gate. You just stay before the gate. Right? Okay. Okay, let us listen to this girl. Yes, Sharon.
Maybe tell him to be lonely.
No, what should I do? Express or suppress anger? Neither. How neither? Either you suppress it or express it.
We talked about it.
Who? Amida. Okay. So Sharon's guru. Yes, Amida.
Like I told from my experience how I move on.
Yes, how?
Initially, it's better to be expressive, but because
Okay, so listen. Amida is saying, first express it.
but at the same time you must be aware of maybe afterward introspect, because if you are not expressing you are actually expressing it, but we have to transform it. So do something other. So if you are not convinced that you should not express, you must express, but introspect yourself that did it change in someone else, did it choose even myself. So later on, by doing this you come to that expressing is of no use. So it's better not to express.
No, expressing is good. You express it with a punch and bruise you see and you are very happy.
No, but actually it didn't make me happy. Even my
No, I'm happy to see that person with the bruise.
But when I really introspect myself, it didn't brought me that happiness.
You are a very gentle person. Some people, not everybody is gentle. What's happening? You getting it? Not everybody is like you. So we're talking about it's a general situation where you don't leave any stones unturned. You're getting it? Any question can come up under any situation. How do you deal with this? Okay, Siddharth.
If you punch the other person.
Yes. No, if it's punched back, I'll run away. Yeah, I'll run away. I'll make sure that he gets punched and he gets bruised. And then I'll run away. No. I'll make sure the police will arrest him. Okay, similar.
you are angry at a person, habituating yourself, your mind, I mean, you hit the person and you feel instant relief maybe at that time. You are habituating yourself to become more violent again and again. So it's definitely not solution in the long term.
Well, how many heard what Simran said? So the point is that, say, when express it, what has happened? The bad thing is that we talked about the tendencies, what is known as imprints, tendencies. You build up the tendencies. Tendencies are not visible, but they are there with us. Some people, when the cheesecake is shown, right? Some people, it's fine, no difference. For some people, instantly the mouth waters. Instantly. You getting it? Because these people have more tendencies of affinity to cheesecake. So every time you do that, you're building a tendency. For example, say, in the bank, you're putting, say, $10 every day. $10 is nothing. But within the span of 1 year, 2 years, 10 years, it will build to a huge amount. A drop makes an ocean. You getting it? So what Simran said is that you are actually adding the drops. Depositing $10, depositing one poison, small poison. Every time, then it keeps building up. It becomes worse. Example given is, that in the text, example given is like scratching the skin sore. Scratching, say you have an itch, then what do? You scratch it. And the itch subsides. You agree? And then, after a few seconds, the itch increases. Earlier, the intensity is 1 unit, now it becomes 2 units. You itch more, you scratch more, again it subsides. Again it becomes 3 times. It becomes more. It'll never stop. This is the meaning of the tendency. So you're getting it? So every time you express the afflictive emotions, it builds the tendencies, and the tendency becomes stronger, and later on it will become uncontrollable. Then you're in trouble, big trouble. Okay, good. So we'll continue reading this. 94. Which one? Wow, you're smart. Okay, now what? I am cornered by Cheryl. What do you do now? Express and suppress. Okay, so don't express, don't suppress. Who said it? Was it the Kaushalya? What did you say? Oh no, the Rachel, what did you say? Out anger, yes. Express, suppress, neither. What should you do? No, you said something before. You forgot.
Someone else said that was yours.
Yes, you use the word transform. Okay, so say suppress, express. In both cases, anger is still vibrant. Suppress, it is there. Suppress is still vibrant there, and express, vibrantly expressing. So you don't have to suppress. Don't keep it vibrant. Dissolve it. You got it? Okay, next question. How? Okay, how dissolve that? Okay, so this is a good question. Okay, listen. This is a very good question. What do you see?
5.
Yes. Don't say 5 fingers. You getting it? 5 mental factors. 5 ever-present mental factors. What are they?
Contact.
Okay, the Kate. You remember? The 5 ever-present mental factors? Contact, attention, discrimination, feeling, intention. 5. You're getting it? Okay, now how to dissolve? Okay, what's anger? Anger is operating on which level? Intention level. You're getting it? Intention. Anger is what? Pushing. rejecting. I have to teach a lesson to Cheryl. And she asked me a very complicated question. Right? I have to teach a lesson. Okay. So there, this is the anger, you say the mind pushing. Because of the unpleasant feeling. Right? Think of the complicated question from Cheryl. Unpleasant feeling comes. Because of discrimination. Okay, now if I don't want to reject, instead of embrace, what should I do? If I don't, on the intention level, if I don't want to reject, instead of embrace, what should I do? Kaushalya? They don't say go back. You go back yourself. Tell me. She's making me to work. Go back. You go back yourself. Tell me. Anyone? Anyone else? Hey, make me happy. Anyone?
Go back to the feeling.
Feeling. Change the feeling from, don't just say feeling. Change the feeling from unpleasant to the pleasant feeling. You getting it? Anyone, how to change the unpleasant feeling to pleasant feeling? Shaoli? I'm still in the fire. She's not doing well. Compassion. Okay. So look. This is a surprise. Okay, Vincent. Okay. Say change the feeling by changing the discrimination by correct information, complete information, systematic information. You get it? And how to do that? By making the contact and attention work harder. Meet with the correct information. Okay. Discrimination is the correct discernment. Correct discernment. How to do that? How to do that? By making the contact and attention to work harder. Acquire correct information, acquire complete information, and acquire systematic information. You getting it? Okay. What do you do now? Let's say that, for example, can you give me an example of anger?
Someone is talking about
You.
someone else even.
No, just make it very simple.
Okay. So someone disrespect.
Okay. This person disrespects me, right? Disrespects me. So, it's to show that he disrespects me. Yes, discrimination. Yes. What's the feeling? Unpleasant feeling. And you want unpleasant feeling, you don't want unpleasant feeling. So what happens? You want to remove the unpleasant feeling. So, how to remove the unpleasant feeling? By removing the person disrespecting you. So the intention moves to reject the person. Reject the person. That is the anger. Okay. So now how to remove this is by changing the feeling from unpleasant to the pleasant feeling, by changing the discrimination from he disrespects me versus, oh, he's teaching me a lesson how not to be egoistic. Right? He's teaching me a lesson how not to be egoistic. My ego destroys my peace of mind. Why I'm unhappy now is because of my ego. If I don't have the ego, right? If I don't have the ego, if a small child says that, you stupid, right? You'll say that, what a cute boy. It not irritate you. But this man, my ego comes up. For small child, my ego doesn't come up. This man, my ego comes up. So my ego is the one who's destroying. It's not somebody saying, you stupid. In both cases, it's the same thing, you stupid. But in one case, I don't feel hurt. In the other case, I feel hurt because of something it's not the external, it's something inside. Ego is coming, then I feel hurt. When the ego is not there, I don't feel hurt. Wow, this is amazing. A discovery. This person taught me. This person, like a medical doctor, my neighbor. Right? Wow, he's so kind. When you say he's so kind, feeling pleasant, unpleasant. He's kind, pleasant, unpleasant. Pleasant feeling. You like the pleasant feeling? Yes. Then the feeling, the intention will embrace, not reject. You getting it? So this is how you dissolve the anger.
Theoretically, Sure.
You got it?
Yeah.
Theoretically, you got it.
Yes.
Very good. Yes, Yuki.
Counter argument.
Yes.
It makes sense to find mental control, but sometimes one hug can also dissolve the anger. Even
Say it again.
one hug,
One hug. Yes, yes.
how do you explain that?
How from?
Hug from someone else can dissolve the
Somebody else. Not this person who triggered anger in you.
It's different from
Okay, let's say person A, said you stupid, and then you feel so hurt. You feel hurt, and then they say your mother comes, and mother feels sad. Yuki is very sad. The mother gives a hug, right? And you feel calm, right? Okay. So what is happening? This is actually very interesting. In fact, so one is the theory which we are learning, and theory usually is very simple. The reality can be very complex. You getting it? So we need to learn how to use this theory in the real life to fit it with the complex reality. So there was let's say school teacher, and the little boy A was bullied by boy A bullied boy B. Little boy. And the boy B was crying and kept complaining to the school teacher. And the teacher, number one, he did not have time. And also the children, they're fine. It's like this. If you keep chasing after this, it never ends. So what the teacher did, finally, that this boy B's anger, frustration should be dissolved. So what the teacher did is that, so the teacher pretended as well, he's so angry with the boy A. So who bullied you? Boy A bullied me. Are you sure? Yes. So bad. Where is he? Right? The teacher pretended as well, he's so angry. As where is he? We'll go. I'll beat him up. Boy B was so happy. So happy. The boy B took the teacher. And after a while, teacher pretended as well, he's very tired. He's so tired, right? He rested. And the boy B sympathized with the teacher, right? And the boy B looked at the teacher's face. Oh, my teacher's very tired, right? It was on me, right? Okay, boy B is so bad. It made me so tired now. Look, right? Which means I don't want to go any further, right? I don't want to chase person B, person A. So tired. Boy, it's so bad. Okay, shall we follow this up tomorrow? Then boy B, meanwhile, because that he got a feeling that my teacher is supporting me, he was already relieved. And this relief should not be just instant. It should be for some time. For 10 steps, the teacher ran. So 10 steps, this boy is with the relief. So relief built up. Relief means pleasant feeling. Pleasant feeling built up. You're getting it? Built up, so the boy loves it or no, doesn't love it. The flow is there. And what is that? Inertia is flowing. Inertia of the first is flowing because 10 moments of steps. Right? So the boy is happy now. Right? So shall we follow this tomorrow? Right? And the boy said, okay, sir. Right? Okay, sir. And meanwhile, the sir also tells you, be careful. Right? Be careful, don't fight back. Right? Okay, so the boy is very happy. So there are many ways. Say person A abuses you or says insults you. And then you feel hurt. And person B comes to hug you, give you a hug. And you feel, relief. So hug is the expression of affection. When you feel the affection, although you don't get affection from person A, or you get affection from person B, so it's again a whole set of 5 omniscient present mental practices coming in you with person B. With the person A, unpleasant feeling triggered. With person B, pleasant feeling triggered. Now the pleasant feeling and the mental factor embraces, because the one mental factor cannot embrace and reject simultaneously. So now it is embracing because of the hug. So meanwhile, your rejecting temporarily subsides. It's not a permanent subsiding. It's just because he's busy embracing now, so not rejecting. So when not embracing, this pleasant feeling continues. So this pleasant feeling, like this small boy, this pleasant feeling subsides, unpleasant feeling temporarily. You're getting it? So that's how it works. But when you meet the person A once more, again the anger can be triggered. You're getting it? So you have to learn how to subside it no matter what. It should not be situational. Okay, so, okay, good. Now we'll continue reading this. Which one we are reading?
94.
94 done, not done.
Not done. Half of it done.
94. Hence I should dispel the miseries of others because it is suffering just like my own. So we see that your suffering is suffering. So therefore I don't like it. And at the moment, I'm sure that majority of you feel that, oh, I know they're suffering, but why should I take the responsibility? You're getting it? Just imagine that you, with respect to all the other beings, you are like the mother, and all the other beings are like your children. And the mother, just as mother feels a pain when she sees the suffering of the child, you're getting it? You will feel that any suffering of beings who are like your children, you will feel, because of suffering, I don't want it. This is mindset. You're getting it? At the moment, you will not feel it. Because we don't feel it, it's not that we are relaxed. We are suffering. Because we don't feel that. Oh, this is the suffering, what's happening in this country, that country. So this is the problem, yeah. You don't feel it, so therefore you're not happy. Why not happy? The self-grasping, even self-centered, they're at the peak, and these destroy the state that we're in. Otherwise, if you could feel that towards all the beings, you become Buddha. Your treasure inside manifests completely. So but the first thing that we do is that, is there a possibility whereby you can see that any other suffering is a pain for me? Is it possible? Even though you may not actually experience it, but do you think it's possible? If you can, yes, say a mother feels that towards a child, you agree? Good. And you can practice it to see all beings as somebody who you love so much. You agree? We did that last year, 10 years ago, to feel your affection towards all the beings. You learn the tips how to do that. Yes. So with this, if this love is possible to extend to all the beings, then you can potentially become like the mother towards all the beings, feeling this affection to all the beings, the way the mother feels towards the child. Yes. If yes, just as the mother feels the pain of the child, you feel the pain of all the beings. You getting it? So this is how you have to study first, be convinced, and then gradually you will start practicing this. It's an all process. Okay. And I should benefit others because they are sentient beings just like myself. They want happiness. They're sentient beings who I love so much. Therefore, just as I love myself, I cherish my benefit, also cherish it. You should cherish the benefit for all beings. 95. When both myself and others are similar in that we wish to be happy, what is so special about me? Now, this is undermining our ego, undermining our gross self-centered attitude. You're getting it? Undermining our. So what attracts problems to us? What attracts the pains? Self-grasping, ignorant, self-centered attitude. You're getting it? So now these are the tips to get into self-centered attitude. In fact, what I would say is, so finally, I would say, okay, there are many teachings, tantra, this teaching, that teaching, this retreat, so there are so things are there. But the real mark of somebody being a good Dharma practitioner is you will not see that. You cannot count it on, I've done this much retreat, that much retreat. No. It's about your own mental state. Where you see that self-centered attitude, this is my demon. This is the demon which attracts all the pain. Self-grasping ignorance is the demon which attracts all the pains. These two things, self-grasping, self-centered, if the blame all wholeheartedly it goes to these two demons, you are the real Dharma practitioner. And that other cherishing, wow, it's so precious. Other cherishing, so precious. Anytime I get a chance to benefit others, wow, my other cherishing is building up, which attracts happiness. This is so precious. If this is what starts to come to you, you are a true Lama practitioner. Otherwise, right? Oh, it's my time for meditation. And then someone knocks at the door. You feel so angry. You get mad. And then you say, okay, no, I'm meditating. It's fine. It's fine. Second time, talk. Okay, fine. Then third time, talk. No, you get up. Don't you know that I'm meditating? Done. It is not Dharma. You may have been sitting like this for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. This is not Dharma. You have not grown anything inside. You're getting it? Nothing transformed. In Rachel's word, nothing is transformed. You're getting, we have to transform. Where the blame goes to somebody knocks at the door, right? Instead of that, don't you know that I'm married? Instead of that, oh, this person must have a problem. Right? My marriage is very important, but that person, to take care of that person is more important. So taking care of that person, I'm sacrificing this meditation to take care of this person, listen to what the person has to say. My other cherish is increasing. You're getting? My other cherish is increasing, which is my protector from my demon, self-centered attitude. So if my other cherish is increasing, pleasant feeling, unpleasant feeling. Hey, Cheryl, pleasant feeling. You want to embrace, reject it. Embrace it, right? And then you open the door. Can I help you? Right? Not that, don't you know that I'm meditating? Instead of that, your tone will be very different. What happened? May I help you? Right? And other person feels so happy. Wow. My other cherishing is increasing. Look at the demeanor, body language of the person. How my tone changed the person's, the body language. You feel the joy of other cherishing. Other cherishing is so beautiful. Your other cherishing is increasing. And then so in other words, they say the real perpetrator of all our miseries is a self-centered attitude and self-grasping ignorance. So all these things are very high-level teaching. Many of us will not understand it yet, but we have to learn it first. You're getting it? Learn it first, that the real demon is this self-grasping, ignorant, self-centered attitude. These are the two demons. These are what tortures. In other words, in short, the first thing that I'll tell you, anybody as a beginner, is that anything that gives you a genuine happiness, that removes your miseries, that is your spiritual path. This is what I would say. Anything that you do, right? By believing God, by believing Buddha, but not believing God, not believing Buddha. If your misery is zero, happiness expands, that's your spiritual path. By believing God, believing Buddha, believing wisdom of emptiness, believing Bodhichitta, and so forth, your happiness increases, your misery diminishes. That is your spiritual path. So do whatever sensibly actually removes your miseries and actually increases happiness. That is your dharma. So from this, what we learn is that self-centered attitude, self-grasping ignorance, these are the two demons. These are actually what steals mind, attracts all the miseries, and the other cherished mind and the wisdom of emptiness. These two are the things which attracts the happiness and peace of mind. If you're convinced with this, then any practices will help you to undermine your self-centered attitude. That is the path. Okay. 95. When both myself and others are okay, it's already time up. When both myself and others are similar in what we wish to be happy, what is so special about me? When you say, what is so special about me? It's not that you're undermining yourself. It is undermining your self-centered attitude. You're getting it? It is undermining your self-centered attitude. What is so special about me? You're getting it? Okay. Why do I strive for my happiness alone? And this is exactly how the mothers feel. For me, people they tell me, Oh, Geshe-la, you traveled to many places. Please tell me, what's your favorite place? What is your favorite food? I tell them that these are not the word. These are most boring questions, right? Just most boring questions. And so, if you really want to ask me something which is of your interest, tell me something which interests you. I would say one thing which is of greatest interest. Yes, reading books, meditating. I would say not necessarily. One thing which I'm really confident, I'm very happy about is to be in a dark place where nobody can see me. I can see you, right? And not just you, right? Not just you, a mother and a child. Mother and a little child, right? The dynamic of the mother and the little child, how the child is complaining, and mother is after the child, and the child hugs the mother, mother hugs the child. Just keep observing that. This would be my favorite thing to do in the world, in the universe. My favorite thing. They should not know that I'm here. I'm not serving them. You're getting it? So I'll appreciate the mother's affection. This is so beautiful, so beautiful. Then, if you can extend this to other beings in the process, while I see that is mirrored within me, and then I try to feed this towards the beings, that would be the biggest of the happiest birthday celebration for me. You're getting it? This is a beautiful thing. Okay. So these are things that we can actually feel. Okay. So and then the mother will say that, so that you give the special food, special things for the mother, and the child is remain hungry. The mother says, what's the point of this? If I'm happy, my child is suffering, what's the point? But mother will never be happy. You agree? Don't forget it. These are the real examples that you can feel of the Bodhichitta. Okay, we'll stop here. Because that, okay, at 11 to what's that? 11. Okay, now I will invite Kumpenla to explain to whatever to talk a little bit about the end of the program. We have another how many minutes? 6 minutes. Okay, we'll stop here. Age tuje shaye riso ton shenge mito Gege ponjo ba serge bo tabu jebe ku shage Yola Jaselo Oh Mone Mahamona Yeswaha Om 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 Mahamona Yeswaha